Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Bread Mower.
And this is IFXtra. So, how is everybody this week? It's now May. We're getting through the year rather quickly, aren't we? But we have had some good news about vaccines, haven't we?
Yes. The sort of threshold age moved down a bit, so I've managed to get a vaccine booked for next week.
Next week, so you'll be done very soon. Well, half done very soon.
Yeah. So I'm on Wednesday. You've got your second one the following Monday.
Yeah. So
getting there.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll be able to go out soon. Imagine that.
Well, I might just play it safe and not rush it, you know. But at least I'll feel better once I've had a vaccine, even if I'm still not going out.
Exactly.
So that's a good thing. Very
good thing indeed. Yes. So how is the progress on the app coming along?
Very good. I've got lots of stuff done. So I was originally hoping to get it done by the end of April, which I'm missing slightly.
Just the end of April.
Yeah, you know, we're pretty close. We're pretty close. So some like odds and ends of things that still need sorting out, but it is very close to being in a position where people can maybe test it out.
Cool.
So that'll likely in the next few days, and then I think the remaining stuff, maybe we just kind of get that done over the following few days. And then any testers can just sort of get like an update every day or every other day or something to help us sort of sort out all the little odds and ends.
So you're looking for volunteers?
Cool. Yeah, so if you're interested in having a test of this, so I should kind of caveat this with, it isn't finished. It may be that there's bits either missing or broken and we haven't noticed, but that's the idea of helping us test it. If you are interested in that, if you either just let us know, post something in the the weekly news post in the forums, or join us on Discord and just let us know on there, we can add you to that list. So probably Android first, just because it's easier to get like quick updates out on there. And then once we've got everything looking good there, we'll get some iPhone testers as well, send it out to them, check everything's okay. The logic is as well, like if the Android stuff is working, the only real thing we have to worry about for iPhone is getting the layout working. You know.
Cool.
So that could be quite good. So
nice. Yeah. Also, we've got some new T-shirts in the store, haven't we, this week?
This is true.
And there's an offer on.
Yes, that's a good point. So if you haven't seen, we have a little sort of merchandise store where you can get awesome T-shirts like this, like the I Digress shirt, and various other interference kind of memes. We got Vidatka shirts, got Witch Dog shirts. We've got
This is my jam.
Well, I was going to say we've got some new Zeitgeist ones.
Yeah.
So we've got a This Is My Jam shirt now for those of you who
partake the quiz.
Yeah, you know, that feeling when you're doing a quiz and your specialist subject comes up and you're like, oh yeah, this is my jam. So if you want to celebrate that, you can get it on a shirt. I mean, I say shirt, you can get all kinds of stuff. You can get it on a
mouse mat,
mug. The mugs are cool.
Dog bandana, they're even cooler.
Tote bag for when you go shopping or something.
Tote's amazing.
I mean, like if you were going to the farmer's market to buy jam, you could put it in a bag that says, this is my jam.
Exactly.
We should do that.
Perfect.
Yes. When farmers markets are a thing again. So if you'd like to check out that, if you just head to playinterference.com/store, there's a merchandise link on there. As you say, the key thing is Spreadshirt, who run the back end for all of this, have a 15% off offer on at the moment.
Possibly till tomorrow, I think.
No, it's Monday inclusive.
Okay. Including Monday then?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Maybe it's safer just to do it today or tomorrow.
Yeah. If you're worried about it, you know, order by Sunday. But I think Monday too. Anyway, you know, check out the stuff. There's some entertaining things on there.
Really cool.
Thank you to everyone who has bought things before. I mean, we get a small amount of money on them, so that goes towards server bills, which is very much appreciated.
Absolutely.
But also, I love the fact that there's people walking around wearing hoodies that say "I digress" on. It's
cool.
Yeah, it's very weird. I love it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right, now we're going to go and see who won this week's awards. Picture of the week this week goes to Rubik's Cube 1134 for Nightgown Woman in the Woods. It's followed by the full moon. I just love the shadows in this and the moon behind the trees. It looks amazing. Well done, Rubik's Cube.
My favourite description this week was Test of Truth. Teletubbies watch Imposter Tubby swell in rain by Metal Mishmosh. Now, I always used to have a theory that Teletubbies was actually set in a post-apocalyptic future, and I think this really picks up on that vibe. Nice work, Metal Mishmosh.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Heraclium for Upal Mailinki Ribionak, which means a little child fell. Oh, and there he is falling over. Poor little baby. I love that picture. Well done, Heraclium. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
Now we're going to see what we were talking about last week in the forums. So last week in the forums, I said, what is something you've always wanted to try but haven't got around to yet? I mean, we live in the pottery, so it's full of pottery factories, or it was. And I've never had a go at like throwing a pot on a wheel, which looks like fun. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it one day, but maybe I should just get on with it now. Once we're allowed to go out again, I think we should catch up with these things.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
I actually did ceramics at school for a bit. It was like an option, which I took, because I thought we were going to do that, and then we didn't.
Didn't.
Like, you know, potter's wheel kind of thing. No.
Maybe it's quite advanced.
I don't know. I made a vase.
Nice.
It was rubbish.
Where is
was
it?
It was sort of like I think it got lost a while ago. Yeah, it was like an upturned triangle. It was basically like someone got a giant Dairy Lee triangle and then mashed it into the table.
Nice.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Cool. Okay, well, 9% said, I had a boy playing a bass guitar when I was in 8th grade. I was mesmerised. I begged for one until my parents finally bought me one and an amplifier. I couldn't play it. My fingers were too small. And all my fingers bled, and then I gave up and sold it the same year. And then a few years later in college, I bought a nice acoustic guitar, thinking that'll be easier to play. Again, I never learned. Found the same guitar a month ago when packing into my new house, and I had a renewed interest. I bought some new strings, a couple of fancy tuning devices, and they're still in their pockets. I've started to believe that I like wanting to learn the guitar more than actually learning the guitar. That sometimes happens, doesn't it?
I tried to learn the guitar once, but I think it's a similar kind of thing. Well, I mean, on both things. I couldn't do the fret work. Is that what it's called? I think my fingers weren't long enough. But yeah, I like the idea of it, but I was terrible at it. I also like the idea of playing the piano, because it's basically, I can touch type, and playing the piano is presumably like typing on a keyboard, but the letters are in different places. So I feel like I should be able to do that, but no, I'm really bad at it. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Atrophy Man said, living in Canada, one would think one would know how to ski the slopes, but that's just not my thing. I had super slider snow skates when I was young, but not the real thing, just above my pay grade. Now, I'm too chicken and lazy. Good thing.
That's a dangerous thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a dry ski slope near us that we went for a walk and kind of saw it in the distance the other week. Yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, maybe we should go and do that. And you weren't really keen, were you?
I don't want to break my leg. I've been in long enough. If I'm allowed out again, I'm not going to break my leg.
Sensible.
Okay, so now we're going to have a look at what we'll be doing next week in the forums. There is no book that couldn't be improved by making the second line, then the murders began. Try adding it after the first line of some of your books. I will begin. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. Then the murders began. That's from Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen.
If you'd like to chime in with that, just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pin thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list.
Cool. Don't forget, tomorrow night is quiz night. We've got the Zeitgeist Quiz with 5 rounds of 5 different topics.
Yeah, if you've not seen this before, every Sunday night at 7 PM UK over on twitch.tv/interference, we run Zeitgeist, the interference quiz of the week. It's a live interactive quiz stream where you play along against the rest of the audience, competing for points and places on the leaderboard.
Yeah, guess who won last week?
Who did?
It was Darth with 191. So not a perfect round. And Callum was second with 184 and 9% third with 180. So it's close around the seconds.
Okay, so in the Sunday night quiz, we've got 5 rounds of 5 questions each. Each round's based on one of the week's drawings from Interference. So Bunnery picks 5 of her favourite drawings, like maybe, I don't know, a drawing of a seagull. That might inspire a round on seabirds, seaside
Oceans,
resorts,
yeah, anything.
things with wings, who knows. And we have to try and guess what the topic's going to be, then answer questions on it.
Yeah.
So no one except Brunnery knows what's coming up. I mean, I just show up and see what happens, you know. But you like to give us a little bit of a teaser, don't you? Go on, who's the featured artist this week?
The artists this week are Hymnody, John Y, Cannabis Tet, Sneaky, and Tilda. So 1, 2 new ones there.
Okay, good stuff.
Yeah. Now, Thursdays, we have a different Zeitgeist. We have Zeitgeist 20 with 20 questions on one topic. And last week was lots of fun because we did police dramas. There are so many of them, and it's been going on for so long.
Yeah, that was really interesting. So I didn't think I'd know much. I didn't realise how many of these names and titles
You've seen them or heard of them, or you know a bit about them. Yeah, it was quite cool. So Darth won that as well with 176, and Blue Jay was second with 162, and Gord was third with 152. So yeah, that's quite fun.
Excellent stuff. So, okay, what's happening next Thursday?
Well, next Thursday, it is entitled "What's the Slogan?" So yeah, all about slogans and advertising.
Okay,
I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, well, when we used to do the actual pub quiz at the actual pub back in the day, they used to do sort of slogans and logos and things. I was quite good at that.
Yeah,
so, okay, yeah, this could be my jam.
Could be.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, cool. Okay, I think that's all the news for now. So it just goes to say.
Yeah, if you're not already taking part of the game, then get involved. You can play on the web at playinterference.com or download the app for your phone from your app store. Just search for Interference. You can also get social with us. We're on Twitter at PlayIFX, on Facebook at PlayInterference, and on Patreon at patreon.com/interference. If you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, building new features, building this new app, paying server bills, running a quiz, feeding cats.
We do, yeah.
We really appreciate your support, and in return you get things like supporter status and interference, so you get access to replays, and if you're a quiz player, you get a custom entrance shout out from Ava.
That's what was fun. Okay, that's it for now, so we'll see you again next Saturday.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.